Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalvis, and we return to Carnivores Genesis, where we're going to see how we kind of fare this week, because I did Carnivores Plus going after the T-Rex, and I gotta admit, it was very, very hard to do. Like, trying to get the T-Rex in Carnivores Plus was a real struggle, and I'm not very happy with, like, just how hard it was to trying downing him. So I don't think we're really ready to go after T-Rex in Genesis, even though one thing I'm reading here does make me feel like it is going to be a better experience. It is that last sentence there, aim for the eye for a quick takedown, or compact and serious firepower. So we don't have to solely rely on that little special mortal zone hit, which I think is incredibly better way of implementing the T-Rex. Maybe it's just a carryover from the first Carnivores game, but yeah, the T-Rex, that's a rough experience trying to take on in Carnivores Plus. So what can we do today? I want to stick to Morbuzad Swamp, but we're not exactly able to get the points for the double-barrel shotgun. I mean, we'll have to see what we want to do. Like, I am thinking maybe go all out with some of our... Yeah, I guess we could do this on Morbuzad. Try for another heavy carnivore hunt. Try to get what we can there. I don't think I'm ready for Forzen range quite yet. I think once more on Morbuzad here, and then we can look at moving forward to Forzen. But for now, it is just trying to get up these last few points we can, and unlocking some of the more powerful weapons and the last few ones on the roster. So everything's looking pretty good. Let's hop into a brand new hunt. Okay, so we're loaded in here, and it's, I mean, basically put us on top of a mountain, really. This is actually, if I had the sniper rifle, this would have been a very good start, but because I don't think we'll be able to make much use of this kind of starting location. But we'll just go around, do some free-range hunting, see what we can kind of find and take down. Figure out what the best way kind of down is, actually. It looks like... Okay, so the wind is blowing towards the east, so unfortunately, again, it's blowing right into the middle of the map. Oh, we actually got an aerial view of a Dimorphodon for a change. That's actually kind of rare. I don't think we've ever been above those guys to look down on them. Just some ambience. Yeah, surprisingly, nothing around us to make use of this elevation, so just down we go. And I gotta admit that it was pretty rough for me trying to hunt down T-Rexes in Carnivores Plus. I'm sure you guys will have seen all the attempts and fails at it. I see why that was, again, the last animal in... Oh, hello. Here's something we can try going for. I can see why it was the final animal in Carnivores, like, base game. I think that's really frustrating trying to get sometimes, because it's a lot of, again, so many variables have to line up. It either detects you and you're fully ready to be able to get that aim and get the eye shot, or it hasn't detected you, we have to let the animations play out to a good kind of spot where you'll get your chance to. I know that Trike has mortal zones, so let's see if I can... There we go. I actually thought he was going to, like, come charging at us because of the direction for a moment there. Oh, actually, there's a nice view of the Pteranodon. Yeah, very nice texture on those. I don't think that's actually one I've really shown or like, taken a good look at. That's a very, very nice texture to him. And again, to the Dimorphodon as well. They're pretty nice and striking for the flying ambience. So we're here by the Snooze and Trike. That's our first one of the hunt. And I am thinking that it's probably going to be a better experience hunting the T-Rexes in Genesis because of that little statement where you don't have to only rely on that eye mortal zone shot. Like, you have to be very, very, very skilled in Carnivores, in my opinion, to get multiple Rexes down on a hunt. I still feel like the weapon sway of how the sniper rifle goes, even if it's a small rotation, it's because of how small and contained that mortal zone is on the Rexes that they are so problematic to hunt. Okay, I guess I was just hearing him snoozing more. And just us walking. God, I'm starting to get paranoid for my own footsteps. This shows you just how, like, how traumatizing the T-Rex hunts are because of how heightened their senses truly are. Apologies there, just clear the throat a little bit. Surprisingly, for my first recording session of the day, I'm a little more warmed up. I'm getting a bit more used to getting some vocal stuff started earlier in the day, so this lets me get a few more recordings done and keep this channel going very steadily. This might be another trike, but it could even be a carnivore if I'm honest. Okay, so he's still running up that way, so we at least have another trike we can try getting. Nothing else around here. That's one of the things about Morbuzad is you got a number of these nice, like, lowland areas to the outskirts. And the grass is a bit high, so you do have to be a bit careful watching through it, but you can still kind of help use it to your advantage. Okay, surprise. Oh, well, there's some of the... just a little bit of the glitch out for the vegetation, because it's a little dense in this area. And I think I have the default view range on. I don't think that's the max view range you can have. Just a Dimetrodon. We'll see about trying to catch up more to the trike. Oh, just Moss Chops. Yes, we got the over-under shotgun, but we'll probably stick to the C1 just because you really feel the scaled firepower in a mod like Genesis. That's probably going to be shifting up a little bit with the Redux on its way, as we've shown. With animals getting their mortal zones, or getting mortal zones, they're going to be quite a different experience from what the current public build is. Oh, yeah, so there is Blood Trail. We did land one shot on it. Just need to try and see where else he might have gone running off to. Just Moss Chops over there. Okay, so came up, went down. Did a little turn around here. I just try to clear the throat a little bit more. Okay, so yes, start coming up here. Now, I might have gone down... yeah, I went down through this way. Definitely stuck into more of the bush. Yeah, the problem is that with the wind's direction, it might be blowing right to wherever he is, or it is. Okay, probably went through the rock. Yep, through the rock. Looks like over this way, so we'll just kind of keep following this for now. It's the only kind of lead we have. It is something I am hopeful about Prehistoric Hunt getting some more development and polishing some stuff up, because we could really, really use a more modern take on carnivores. Like, Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, it wasn't a bad game per se, it's just that it felt pretty shallow compared to, like, some of the other experiences. But then again, even comparing, like, base Carnivores to Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, rosters weren't quite too different. Okay, where'd the blood trail go? Because it basically seemed like it was leading right into the rock. Oh, there's a little bit. Bingo, back on it. Like Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, I think the models, the graphics, the textures, all of that was alright. It just came down that there wasn't kind of enough content for what people were hoping for with a more modern take on it. Oh, we got a Sinraptor. Maybe we'll start with you, just because more than likely you might cause us problems if we leave you be. Now, if we're lucky with that first shot, this will actually be a great way to... I don't actually think he ran off from us. Oh, no. Maybe there's actually two over this way. Okay, yeah, there's at least 2 this way, because I can see one much further back. Okay, there you are. I don't think the other one was in close enough range to actually start charging us, though. So we're going to start working our way up towards him. I know there's supposed to be a trike somewhere as well, but kind of hard to say where it might have gone off to. What's the map looking like? Yeah, it could actually have been chased down to the very tip there. So we'll just kind of go along. Nope, Galmimus, Metrodon, Pteranodon. Okay, nothing that's too dangerous to be very, very cautious of. I think that's just ambience, but we'll keep the C1 at the ready. And the firepower for Genesis actually reminds me a bit of like how Jurassic Park Revolution was, where once you're starting to get a lot more of the higher like firepower weapons, the previous ones just kind of drop off quite a bit for how much you really would use them. So that is one thing about the Mortal Zones, is they help encourage a bit of weapon variety, probably up until... Oh, Utah Raptor just went running off. Yeah, I'm surprised that they're running off more than... Oh, that might be our trike that I just saw over there. Yeah, seems like it, because it went down with the one shot. Everybody's kind of running off, and... Oh, yeah, that's just the trike snoozing. So this is actually probably going to be a very good area to stay out on and try hunting, because there's a lot of nice visibility. Not that many trees unless something's coming out through them. But if we can follow along the coast for further... Oh, Gallimimus and Moschops. I thought maybe it was the Utah we spotted, but I think they're going to keep running for a while. And I think with this trike, this was probably the one that we... It might have been the one that we got the one shot off on, or it could have even just been a random one we got a Mortal Zone hit on. Oh, just Brachiosaur tucked away back there. You can just kind of see that different color for the body. Yeah, you'll just snooze there, so we're not doing too shabby right now. That's 1 Sinraptor, 2 trikes. Only 3 animals, but we are still a little early on in our hunt, I think. Well, actually, kind of hard to say. Maybe about the halfway limit, or halfway point is a better thing to sort of describe it as. But I really want... Oh, there's our Utah. No, that was a miss. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, a little bit of a double team from the Sinraptor and the Utah, but thankfully we got them both down. That was where it's getting a little bit tight, but that is where, like, when you have the carnivores that do the pouncing more, you can actually, like, evade and almost, like, fight them in a way. It's ones where you cannot do anything when they're up close that feel really, really challenging to deal with. I'm just trying to think of if there's anything else I want to go after this hunt, because, I mean, that is a very nice bundle of points already. The Sinraptors, the Utah... Uh-oh. Is that another Utah? Oh, no, just Gallimimus. Okay. Got a little paranoid there, although... Yeah, you look like a little tiny guy. Although they're both... and again, then they are... Then again, I apologize for all the, like, missteps or mess-ups in my words. Again, first recording session of the day. I guess I should record a little later in the morning, so that way I'm fully prepared for it. But I guess you live and learn. So I'm hoping as we work the points up, we'll slowly get closer and closer getting the Carnotaurus with the Rex Wrecker shotgun. Okay, that's just old ambience making the noises. Just want to be careful. So we've had the Sinraptor, the Trike, the Utah. The only thing we kind of haven't gotten yet is a Dilophosaurus, but I'm a little worried about the Dilos. Oh, just a Metrodon walking his way over to say hello. Really nice texture on him, too. I want to keep more to, again, the outskirts like this, because this is a good way of just getting some views in, and not having to worry too much about something like surprising you. I think we'll just go a little further up the coastline here, and if we don't see anything, we'll probably just take what we got here. I'm not sure what exactly would be our best sort of weapon to be using next. Like, the bow can be interesting, the only problem is you have to be pretty accurate with its shots. And when it comes to what we have selected, that's... I feel like the bow is very good for, like, the first herbivore hunts. It gives you a way of getting into that medium range a bit easier. Well, speak of a Dilo. Actually, must be out of the effective range of the pistol then, because... like, those... even if they weren't, like, spot-on shots, I would have imagined they would have triggered him to... Okay, let's try here. Yeah, so it looks like if it's within 300 meters, it'll register for the pistol. I gotta admit, there's a lot of ammo to the pistol, too. It's just, I think there's a reload in 3 more shots. I think, I mean, it is a 6-chamber revolver, so that does make sense. Actually, I should call it a revolver, although... I'm trying to remember, I think the difference, I think, between the pistol and the revolver is, again, it's a revolving chamber for the revolver's pistol. It's just more like a magazine. Of course, you can tell I'm not exactly the most experienced with guns in any way, shape, or form. Let's see if we can find where that Dilo ran off to. I don't see anything like red, so I don't think we managed to actually, like, land a hit. Oh, there he is. Got a good distance out, but that's probably going to be what we'll really need. It'd be nice if I could try getting... I think the Dilos might actually have that mortal zone, because the first time we went after them in the public build, it seemed like we were able to get quite a few down relatively easily. So I don't actually know, like, for certain if that is the case or not of them having. We'll still be cautious and keep more in distance. Although the Dilo... oh, little touchdown in the water there. This will be the last one we're going to try getting on this hunt, and hopefully does not kill us. Oh, I heard sniffing. That might be the Dilo's actual ambient noise. I'm not sure if we've actually ever been super close to them to really know for certain. So I'm going to try to get downwind of it a bit. Just the Pteranodon. Oh. Oh, I thought maybe we could cheese them, but carnivores will teach you better, I suppose. We'll head back. And that's why you need the heavy firepower. Like, that's why it also sometimes feels like the point curve can be very different. That's one thing that Redux is adjusting and changing the point values. I'm very grateful for. Because, like, the jumps are very high, especially, like, when you get up to some of these higher-ranking dinos, you need the heavier firepower. So we'll... oh, jeez, can't even, like, afford the sniper on Morbuzad. What we'll probably do, though, is switch up to... yeah, we'll probably actually go to Forzen Range next week, so that way we see a new map. We'll go after all of these guys using all this. We should probably be able to take down enough to warrant some points up there. And again, keep working up and trying to get the 800 we need just for the Carno and the Rex Wrecker. We're at least within 100 of it, so that's very good news, but we'll leave this episode right here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivores Genesis. If you do like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave them in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next episode or video, survivors, please remember as always to take care and stay alive.